On December 14, 2025, Hollywood was shaken to its core. Rob Reiner, the iconic filmmaker whose work shaped generations, and his wife of over 3 decades, Michelle Singer Reiner, were found dead in their Brentwood home. The circumstances were shocking, a brutal homicide that left the world reeling. The couple, private and devoted to family, had lived lives devoted to storytelling and the arts. Their sudden deaths left not only friends and family grieving, but an entire community stunned. The quiet neighborhood, usually a sanctuary, became the backdrop for a tragedy few could comprehend. Discovery of the tragedy. The Rainers' bodies were discovered by family members, turning a normal afternoon into a nightmare. Authorities were called shortly after 3:30 p.m., and when the Los Angeles Fire Department and later the LAPD arrived, the scene offered few clues. There were no signs of forced entry or intrusion. The home, once a refuge from the scrutiny of Hollywood, now held a terrible secret. The severity of the injuries, stab wounds, forced investigators to look closely at those closest to the victims. This grim detail shifted the focus from random crime to the intimate circle of family and those who knew them best. The investigation begins. The Los Angeles Police Department quickly classified the case as an apparent homicide, with indications of criminal activity. Despite this, authorities initially offered few details. No arrests were made, and official theories were withheld. The investigation soon moved to the LAPD's Robbery-Homicide Division, reflecting the seriousness of the crime. Public anticipation grew and media attention intensified, but the family chose silence. In this atmosphere of uncertainty, the world could only speculate. The quiet weight of grief was compounded by the unknown, leaving a community and an industry grappling with the loss of one of its most respected voices. Rob Reiner's cinematic legacy. Rob Reiner, 78 at the time of his death, left behind a towering body of work. Films like Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, and A Few Good Men are more than movies. They are cultural touchstones. Reiner's genius was in capturing human emotion, crafting stories that resonated universally. His characters, situations, and dialogues felt deeply personal, evoking familiarity and warmth. While awards and box office numbers mattered, the true legacy lay in the emotional impact on audiences. Reiner's films transcended entertainment, becoming windows into the human condition, and his absence left a profound void in Hollywood and beyond. Personal struggles behind the spotlight. Few knew of the private burdens Reiner carried. Over the years, he quietly endured the challenges surrounding his son's struggle with addiction, a struggle that remained largely out of the public eye. These personal tragedies shaped the man behind the camera, informing the depth and authenticity of his films. Even while achieving professional acclaim, Reiner's life was touched by sorrow. That his son would later come under suspicion in connection with the deaths only deepened the complexity and tragedy of the story. The intersection of public genius and private pain revealed a man whose life, like his films, was layered with humanity. The public's response news of the Rainers' death spread swiftly, enveloping Hollywood and the world in sorrow. Public figures expressed admiration and grief. Barack Obama remembered Reiner as a storyteller who allowed America to reflect on itself through deeply human stories. Nancy Pelosi noted his fusion of art and civic responsibility. In Hollywood, colleagues recalled his mentorship, generosity, and calm presence on set. Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan shared personal anecdotes, emphasizing Reiner's ability to inspire without pressure. The universal response highlighted not only his talent, but the genuine respect he commanded, a testament to a life lived with both skill and integrity. The filmmaker as mentor. Reiner's influence extended beyond the screen. Actors, writers, and crew consistently described him as a guiding presence who nurtured talent. He demanded authenticity in performance, but created environments where actors felt safe to explore and grow. Stories from his sets reveal a man attentive to both craft and humanity, valuing truth over spectacle. For many in the industry, these experiences formed lasting memories, shaping careers and personal growth. Reiner's legacy as a mentor is inseparable from his artistic achievements, illustrating that the impact of a great filmmaker is measured not only in films, but in the lives touched along the way. The intersection of art and politics. In later years, Reiner became a voice in political debates, though he rarely allowed ideology to dominate his films. This public persona sometimes created distance between his work and audience reception. His earlier films, meant to convey universal themes, were often reinterpreted through contemporary discourse. Despite the shifting perception, Reiner maintained his integrity, never altering his art to suit current trends. This balance between personal conviction and artistic consistency defined his career. While public debate occasionally overshadowed the films themselves, his work continued to resonate for its honesty, human insight, and refusal to compromise core values. Coping with family loss, Rob Reiner's life was marked by moments of profound personal loss. The death of his father, Carl Reiner, in 2020 at age 98, left him feeling orphaned despite his own advanced years. Carl had been a constant anchor and guide throughout Rob's life. His absence forced Rob to navigate a later stage of life without the support of the one person who had always believed in him unconditionally. This personal history of loss added a layer of poignancy to the recent tragedy, illustrating that the Reiners' lives were intertwined with love, support, and the vulnerabilities inherent in family bonds. The fragility of legacy. Despite immense success, Reiner lived on the delicate edge between admiration and expectation. His career and personal life were entwined with public perception, and yet he remained true to his values. He explored the imperfections of family life in his work, depicting love, loss, and resilience with honesty. These themes were reflections of his own experiences, adding authenticity to his storytelling. The Reiners' deaths remind us that even lives celebrated for brilliance are susceptible to sudden tragedy. The weight of legacy, achievement, and human vulnerability coexist in ways that are often invisible until the unthinkable occurs. The end of a story. Rob Reiner's life and career exemplified storytelling at its most human. He understood imperfection, empathy, and resilience, both on screen and in life. The manner of his and Michelle's deaths, sudden and violent, underscores the fragility of existence. While audiences may forever celebrate his films, they also mourn the loss of the man behind them. His story reminds us that even in the glow of fame and accomplishment, life remains unpredictable. The Reiners leave a legacy that is cinematic, human, and deeply affecting, a testament to the power of story and the profound impact of those who tell it with authenticity. Remembering the Reiners. As we reflect on Rob and Michelle Reiner's lives, what remains is both grief and gratitude. Their lives were full of achievement, artistry, and love, yet touched by struggle and loss. The stories Rob told will continue to resonate, offering warmth, insight, and shared human experience. In remembering them, we honor not only their public contributions, but also the private strength and humanity that defined their lives. The Reiners' story reminds us that behind every public figure is a deeply personal journey, and that legacy is measured not only in accomplishment, but in the love and integrity left behind.